Chris Jericho has an electric AEW crowd in love with him tonight. The JAS may be going through a rough patch, but Jericho always has that smirk on his face, ready for more. Jericho takes the mic and makes a stunning declaration. He has brokered a once-in-a-lifetime deal to sleep with the enemy one more time. Chris Jericho is going to the WWE, to WrestleMania. He's going to give the WWE one last taste of just how great Y2J has always been. Remind them of what they let go, and to prove to the world why Chris Jericho is one of the greatest to ever do it. And now, we wait. The next SmackDown, the crowd is in shock. The crowd is chanting for Y2J all show long. Even Roman Reigns has to demand silence for the tribal chief in the wake of these Y2J chants. But he's nowhere to be seen. The world has been rocked, but with the SmackDown gone and not even a single reference to him. Is it all a lie? The next week on Dynamite, Jericho goes on to clarify that the deal is real. He's going to be in WWE, but everyone blew their load too soon over their keyboards. You gotta wait, be patient, and be smart enough to listen to Y2J. Don't go listen to all those rumors out there. There's just one problem with it though. Jericho's own rumor sounds like a lie. The weeks pass by and it's still no movement. The Y2J chants begin to die down, even disappearing by 1 week. Maybe it was all a facade, a ploy by Jericho and AEW to get viral. Tony Khan refuses to comment on if the situation is real, and WWE has no response to the news either. But there's always one more hope that it was real. The Royal Rumble. The returns are always something spectacular to behold, but with every entrance that keeps coming, the names are not the ones that people want. It keeps whittling down, until there's just one number left. Is it possible? It's a return! It's a big return! But it's not Chris Jericho. It's Cody Rhodes, returning from his pectoral injury and going on to win the Royal Rumble. It's a fantastic moment for him. There's still no Chris Jericho, but it doesn't matter right now. Cody Rhodes has done it all. He's going to main event WrestleMania. He can live on the legacy that his dad had. Good trick, Y2J. Shame it wasn't real, but Cody Rhodes is on top of the world. Or was it a lie? Holy shit. It wasn't a lie. Chris Jericho just ended the Royal Rumble, attacking the American Nightmare, the man destined to go on to headline WrestleMania. The crowd is electric, but stunned at the same time. Where do we go from here? Let's take it to the next night on Raw. Cody Rhodes is there. He wants to celebrate his victory, but he says his mind keeps on going back to what happened at the end of it all. Being assaulted by Chris Jericho, being laid out for the world to witness in his moment of celebration and triumph. He just wants to know. Why? Was it because Cody came back to the place to let Y2J go? Was it everything they went through in AEW? Just why? Well, you can keep on asking, Cody, but that doesn't mean you're going to get your answer. Not until, anyway, that Wednesday on AEW Dynamite, when the crowd is raucous for the outbreak of the Judas song, singing along every step of the way as Chris Jericho soaks up every moment of it. He comes out alone, no JAS with him, not even Hager. Jericho's got a statement to make. If the world wants to know why, they should tune into the best wrestling show in the world to find out. Chris Jericho has proven that he's always right. He didn't lie. What did he have to gain in lying about going back to the WWE? He wants to show the world why he's regarded as the GOAT. Jericho goes on to say, "It wasn't anything personal, Cody. Do us all a favor. Go on to WrestleMania and beat Roman Reigns' overrated ass. As for me, I've got my real target in my eyes. Just wait it out, keep watching AEW Dynamite, and the rest, leave it to me." AEW are in love with the outcome. Dynamite ratings are going up, and Chris Jericho is the talk of wrestling once again. Is this the AEW and WWE merger we were expecting? Well, maybe not. Triple H goes on to confirm that there was no contact with AEW on this, saying he's always respected Chris Jericho, and when the idea of WrestleMania Hollywood was floated up again, we thought, why not Jericho? We saw it as a win-win, and Jericho was on board every step of the way. But since we want to bring them up, as for AEW, you're welcome for the business. But again, there was just one problem. Chris Jericho's going to WrestleMania, right? Who's going to be his opponent? Oh yeah, let's find that part out. It's the SmackDown following Elimination Chamber, and the world has been given a big announcement to tune in for. Return of one of the biggest stars in all of WWE's history. Oh, with everything that's gone on lately, that can only be one man, right? You'd be wrong. It's WWE's GOAT, John Cena. The 16-time world champion is back. The legacy of Cena writes itself, and the reaction he gets really solidifies it. A true hero to the WWE and the world of professional wrestling, Cena takes the time to say he's missed the last 2 years of WrestleMania. He doesn't want to miss this year. Not for the world. Not in his new home. And not for what's happened the last few weeks as well. He heard the rumblings. He watched with everyone else. He was sucked in. He thought he was lied to as well. Oh, but he was so glad to be wrong. Because they deserve their time to shine. All this talk about icons and goats and who's really better than who? Why talk about it? Why not just settle it? Why don't we just take care of business? Chris Jericho. John Cena is the one putting the world on notice now. He challenges Chris Jericho to a match at WrestleMania. It ain't gonna take long for a reply either. The very next Dynamite, Jericho responds and he accepts the challenge, going one better. He knows Cena's in action this Friday. So if you want to see what's next, just tune in on Fox. That Friday, Cena takes part in a great comeback match with Karrion Kross, but the match is derailed when Y2J makes his appearance in the crowd. The audience is raucous for it. And it almost costs John Cena the match. But Cena fights back and gets the victory in the end. Within moments though, he's got his eyes on Jericho. He's calling him to the ring. The stare down we are all glued to see. And Jericho takes the invitation. He hops the guardrail and sets foot in a SmackDown ring for the first time in over 5 years. Suddenly, this isn't about AEW and WWE. This is about Chris Jericho and John Cena. Two icons of the industry, making the moments that WrestleMania was made for. But just like Jericho said, it's his last one. Jericho drops Cena and makes a statement, locking in the Lion Tamer and leaving Cena in agony as the show goes off the air. Where do we go from here? Back to Dynamite next Wednesday, when, asked for his whereabouts, CEO Tony Khan is the one to speak up on the matter, saying that Jericho stepped over the lines of the agreement. He made an appearance and plugged the show for Friday that he was not meant to be part of at all. And since that's the case, he won't be promoting anything regarding his match with John Cena on Dynamite. Hell, he's not even going to appear on Dynamite. From now on, if Chris Jericho wants to make the headlines, he won't be doing it in an AEW ring. But to borrow another AEW show, that just sends one man on a rampage. Chris Jericho is unhinged. He's laying at everyone in sight. It's like the clock has rolled back with the anger in Jericho's eyes. He forces his way into the ring and informs the world this is about his life. He just watched John Cena hop back into this company and be treated like a hero. And for what? He goes and chases off to Hollywood and 6 out of 10 ratings on IMDb. Chris Jericho, he helped put a company into the spotlight. He put him on national TV. And how is he rewarded? The same as he was here. He's pushed away when they don't need him anymore. Well, WrestleMania is about much more than Jericho and Cena now. It's about showing the world that it's worse without Chris Jericho. And as for John Cena, he can go and have all the Hollywood roles he wants. Chris Jericho is rock and roll. He gets it all the time. But when Chris Jericho said this was going to be his last WrestleMania, understand one thing now, John. It's going to be yours as well. And when it's all done, John Cena will just be a footnote in the greatest career in wrestling history. But it's okay though, John, because your wrestling history could always go down as the second best compared to Jericho. Just how your acting career is second best when compared to Dwayne. Jericho came to light a fire, but once you light the fuse, it's too late to put the match out. before we know it, here we are. WrestleMania, the biggest show in wrestling. The world is watching as the two icons of wrestling make their way out. And it must be said, almost 100,000 people chanting Judas. That'd be pretty cool. But there they stand, Chris Jericho and John Cena. Two of the all-time greats head-to-head. They get physical. They put on a match you'd expect from them. They leave it all on the line to write their legacy as the greatest of all time. But only one can win. You tell me.